Hi guys, welcome to our short lesson over the change of base property. So this learning target is, I can use the change of base property to simplify and evaluate logarithms. Now the whole purpose of the change of base property is to be able to use our calculator to evaluate any log we want. As you remember, or maybe don't, but there are only two log buttons on your calculator. The first one is your common log, remember, and that's base 10. So let me just write that. And the other one is the natural log, which is only base e. So if we have any other base, we can use a change of base property to allow ourselves to calculate it on our calculator. Okay, so here is the change of base property of logarithms. If we have the log base c of a, that is equivalent to the log base b, so we choose another base, of that value a divided by the log base b, the same base we used above, of our original base c. So what we have done is we determine a new base we want to use, and as long as we use that same base on the top and the bottom, we will get this to evaluate correctly. Now, since we only have common log and natural log on our calculator, we generally choose the bases either. So if we want to use common log, and we might say in terms of common log, okay? This property we would just say log of a, and we'll divide it by log of c, okay? So same thing there. If we want to use natural log, then we simply would write this as the natural log of a divided by the natural log of c. So it just kind of depends what you're in the mood for, whether you want to use common log or natural log, because you can use either of them and you'll get the correct answer as long as you do this correctly. So example 4, use the change of base property to evaluate each expression, round to 3 decimal places if necessary. Okay, letter A says the log base 4 of 250. So obviously, we do not have base 4 on our calculator. So we use the change of base property. Now I'm going to write both options down, and I want you guys to try both options. If I did common log, I'm going to take the common log of 250. Now, in your calculator, make sure there are parentheses around that, and you close them before you press divided by the common log of 4. You have to do the same thing if you take the natural log of 250 and divide it by the natural log of 4. Again, you can use either one of these. You don't have to use both, but go ahead and try both, and you will see that you will get the same answer. So we are using our calculator to determine what power of 4 gives us 250. And obviously 250 is not a power of 4. So we're going to get a decimal, and the decimal that I got was 3.98289, and I kept going, of course. But it says round to 3 decimal places, so I want to round to this place. So I go ahead and look at the number to the right. That number is greater than 5, so I'm going to round up. So this is approximately 3.983. So basically what that means is if you take in your calculator 4 to the 3.983, you should get about 250. All right, let's speed up. Let's try letter B, log base 2 of 3/4. Of course, 3/4 is not a perfect power of 2. So let's use our calculator. Let's take either the common log of 3/4 and divide it by the common log of 2, or you can use the natural log of 3/4 and divide it by the natural log of 2. When you type that into your calculator, you'll get approximately negative 0.41537. If I'm rounding to 3 decimal places, that'd be right here. Oh, there's a 0 following it, so I will just keep it as is, and my answer will be approximately negative 0.415. Okay, 2 more. Log base 5 of 26. Again, 26 is not a perfect power of 5, so let's use our change of base property. Let's take the log of 26 and divide it by the log of 5. Or if you're a natural log fan, take the natural log of 26 and divide it by the natural log of 5. Either way you do it, you should get a decimal of approximately 2.024369. Rounding to 3 decimal places, because a 3 follows the 4, we will keep it as 2.024. And finally, log base 7 of 15. 15 is not a perfect power of 7, so change of base property it is. Let's take the log of 15 divided by the log of 7. Or let's take the natural log of 15 divided by the natural log of 7. After putting that in your calculator, you get approximately 1.391665. Rounding to the third, that would be the second decimal place. Rounding to the third decimal place right here, we see there is a 6 following our 1, so we're going to round that up to 2. So our final answer will be approximately 1.392. All right, guys, that's the change of base property. We'll have fun with that in class tomorrow.